What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Zeus, and I'm back again with another video. Um, I was sent this video by, a good friend of mine. I'd like to call him a good friend. He's been supportive of, you and I verse, my man Jay Green over there in San Francisco, California. He sent me this video, asked my thoughts about it, and I think it was interesting to say the least. Just some backstory. Essentially, we have this pastor, John Amachuku, from Tennessee. He's a preacher. He's conservative. He's like super Republican. He's Nigerian. So I thought this was really interesting to look at. And it seems that he wanted to speak at a Baltimore board meeting, I believe so. A Baltimore school board meeting. And what happened was they had stopped him from actually being able to speak at this meeting. So I noticed this and I said, this is really interesting. We have a Nigerian African American preacher who wanted to speak to a predominantly Black community, but they stopped him because he's Republican or, what? So I want to react to this video, and I also want to talk about some other stuff. We have Al Sharpton leading a buycott because there's been several companies that have rolled back their DEI policies, and like including like Target and different things like that. So I want to also speak about Tabitha Brown. She's she sells different products and different things like that, and a lot of people want to boycott her products because she sells through Target. So I want to, talk about these three things. John Amachuku's not being able to speak in Baltimore, Al Sharpton's boycott at Costco, and Tabitha Brown's selling at Target, and people wanting to boycott her. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but let's first bring up this first video and see what's going on with the Mr. Preacher.
I go to white school boards in the suburbs, and the white people who know that I'm coming, because I may advertise it, they let me speak. But the Black people in my own community that look like me, y'all have a Black governor, a Black mayor, predominantly Black school board, Black officers, and the guy who has a differing viewpoint can't speak in your school board meeting. You are defrauding me of my freedom of speech.
No, we're not. You're talking, right?
No, I'm not able to be heard on record. And that's the problem. This is the issue with why we have failing schools in Baltimore, because no one wants to change. It's protecting the status quo. Let's protect the CEO of Baltimore Public Schools, who makes $479,000 a year. The kids can't read. The kids can't read, but she makes $500,000 a year. This is not right. No, take me out. It is necessary. I can't go. I've come too far to go too easily. If you want to arrest me, you can, brother. If you arrest my speech, arrest my hands. I'm not carrying anything but a microphone and a Bible in my book bag. That's all I got. And y'all silence the Black preacher. I go to white school.
So what we have there, we have, it looks like he's been trying to talk at this meeting and he's not being allowed to speak. And I think this is interesting because it brings up the question, the Black community, African Americans, the diaspora at large, is it that we are not allowed to have differing opinions on how things should be done, that, we can't let different voices speak? Because from what I've seen, I'm going to show you guys, I looked into his family. He's got a Black wife. He's got Black kids. He's a preacher. He's a, he's in his community doing right things. But to speak at this all Black school board meeting in Baltimore, he's not allowed to. And I think he's not allowed to because, he's, Republican, and, he's extremely conservative. But let me pull this up because I think, yeah, so Look at this. Look at this right here. So this is his family, his wife, son, daughter. They look, very well put together. He's a family man. He preaches. He supports his children in sports. This looks like the type of guy that you'd want to be able to speak at your community because he's a positive influence. But is it really because he has a difference of opinion when it comes to politics? Is that a reason that he should not be able to speak at a community gathering? Now, my whole ideology in life is you and I verse. I teach you, you teach me. We both take what we taught and learn from each other and apply it to life. That's the only way life can go on. If I were only speaking to people who agreed with me and thought the same way I thought, there would be no way for me to actually grow as a human and grow in life and to apply the different things that I learned to life in order for it to progress. So why is it that we have this family man not being able to speak in Baltimore, right? It makes me think that us as Black people, we only want to hear a certain thing from people who look like us. And if it's not quote unquote on code, then they shouldn't be a part of the conversation. And I don't necessarily agree with that. Different people have differences in the way they think, differences in the way they speak, but everyone should be allowed to express their opinion as long as it's done in a respectful manner. And from what I'm seeing, he didn't look like he was ill-intentional, ill-mannered, or anything like that. He looked like he just wanted to have a conversation with the school board. I mean, he's a preacher. What else? I mean, we love our Black preachers, right? I mean, me, I'm Muslim, but still, he's a man of God. You know what I mean? He's trying to preach the word to the best of his ability, and people didn't want to hear that. And I feel like this has to change. We have to be able to come together, differences of opinions, and just let's have conversations. Like, don't just be so caught up on your way of thinking and everybody else's way of thinking is not valid. Now, this is also segueing into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which was Al Sharpton, starting this whole boycott. So a boycott is basically saying that, no, we're going to protest your products or your service or whatever, and we're not going to, purchase it or patronize your business. A boycott is the opposite. You intentionally go buy, patronize, support their business, products, the whole 9 yards. So from what I'm seeing, it seems like Al Sharpton, with 300 members of his National Action Network, they went to a Costco in New Jersey with the Newark, New Jersey Mayor Ross Baraka and the pastor Steffi Bartley to show support for the company's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So there have been some other companies, Target being one of them, that have said they wanted to roll back their DEI policies, and Al Sharpton and co. are saying that they in fact should support this company because they're sticking by their DEI policies. Our dollars have power. We are using them to reward those who stand for equity and hold accountable those who turn their backs on progress. Okay. So we have people in Costco. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can find a video. There should be a video here. 1 second. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Al Sharpton.
So we have people just moving around through Costco, recording. Shop at Costco. Okay, so they're in Costco screaming shop at Costco to people who are already at Costco shopping. I didn't mean to laugh, but come on. People are already in there shopping. Now hold on, I think I saw something else. So welcoming new members to the so it's just so interesting, right? You're encouraging a boycott of a multi-million-dollar company being Costco. People are already shopping in Costco, but you want to go in there and tell people to buy at Costco, but people are already buying in Costco. You know, sometimes I just feel like we do a lot of performative type stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so like people are already in Costco shopping. So why did you feel the need to actually tell them to continue to shop? If you really wanted to make a change, why didn't you gather these same people and say, you know, let's, you know, bring our black dollar to actually make a change? You know what I mean? Like, why go spend the same money? Why go spend the same money with a multi-million-dollar company instead of utilizing it? Because Costco is going to be good. Costco is going to be good with or without them actually utilizing or rolling back or keeping their DEI policies. Right? Shop at Costco. Shop at Costco. Okay, look at this. Now, okay, so now look at this, right? Look at this. So they're still moving around. Everybody's just walking around. We see go back. People are shopping, but we have this large group of people just moving with Al Sharpton. Now,
doesn't look like anybody bought anything.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? It doesn't look like anybody bought anything, but it's a boycott. You know, you like, I swear sometimes I feel like we're just too performative. Like, what are we doing? Now look at this. Look at this.
Go back. You do not shop. Please. You do not shop. Please. The story will be you all didn't shop. Go back and shop.
So it looks like
you all. We'll see you on the way back. We need you to go in and shop, please.
You heard that? It looks like ain't nobody going to shop today. One Al Sharpton associate begs the leaving attendees to actually buy something for their boycott. The story will be, y'all didn't shop. Go back and shop. And then you saw Al Sharpton. He didn't buy anything either. You do all this performative stuff For what? What is the actual meaning behind it? Costco is still gonna profit. Costco is still gonna make money regardless, whether or not Black people buy or don't buy. So if you're gonna do something like this, why not make it useful and figure out a solution to a real problem and garner all the Black dollars that we can, or you can, since you set it up, and see what we can do with it. Because I'm not saying that you didn't bring out a crowd, you brought out a crowd, but nobody bought anything. So what was the point of it? Now, this goes into the other thing that I'd like to talk about with Tabitha Brown. She's a successful, businesswoman. She sells a lot of stuff in Target and different things like that. But Target was actually one of the companies that rolled back their DEI policy. And now we have a lot of people wanting to protest Tabitha Brown's products because they feel like she's not a part of the community. And I just feel like that's just so not cool. Like, from what I've seen, Tabitha Brown's items are still gonna be in Target. So if you want to patronize Tabitha Brown, like, you can still shop her stuff at Target. Now I saw this. I thought this was really I wouldn't say extreme, but this sister, she had let's just say she was very let's just say she was very adamant about her messaging.
I don't know if y'all don't know the definition of what the DEI stands for and the reason why it was put in place. So I'm going to do you the favor of letting you know. I'm going to read it out for you. I'm going to read it out for you so you know. I'm going to read it out for you. Diversity, equity, inclusion, better known as the DEI, an organizational framework which seeks to promote the fairness and treatment and full participation of all people, particularly groups who have historically been unrepresented and subject to discrimination and bias of their identity and disabilities. So you're telling me right now that you want me to continue shopping in a store to support the millionaires who have products and brands in a store that does not represent us, that does not want us there? That's like the corporation going to them and saying, you know what? You was a good Negro. We like you. We don't mess with those, but we like you, so we're gonna keep you here. You can sell your products in the store. Oh, by the way, we are dropping a clearance on them, but you can sell your products in the store, but we don't like them. And then you get your behind on the internet and tell all of us, especially the people that are of your descent, and tell them, hey, y'all need to just keep shopping in the store and just buy my products because it's going to hurt me. What about the people that work at Target? What about the millions of people that are actually affected by this program being eliminated? Has anybody thought to stop and think about that? Have you thought about the millions of people that work at Target right now that could barely afford their rent, that could barely afford food on their table, that can barely afford to get by, living check to check, probably making less than $8 an hour, and you're telling them that they need to suck it up? It's okay for them to go through this. They are now at risk to lose their job. Do you know why? Do you know why it was put in place? Because people were fairly and wrongfully discriminated against based on their color, their gender, and their disability. And Target, the company that you want us to go shop at, has dismantled it. Do you know what that means to the employees? It's basically telling them, we don't like y'all. We don't want y'all here. Make it make sense. This is not about the brands and the Black brands. They probably can't even afford to buy your products. What you need to be telling people is that they need to not support Target, because any dollar that goes into your business still goes into their pocket. So now you're still funding a corporation that does not want to support the diversity and inclusion of people in the workplace. Stop playing with me. No, I'm not going to help continue to build your empire. Why don't you step away and reorg?
Okay. So from what I've seen, I don't know. Please leave in the comments if the African American or Black or any specific different ethnic group are being fired because of their ethnicity at Target because they're rolling back their DEI policies. I haven't seen anything, but if there are some things that are happening, please leave them in the comments so I can do my own research. But what I can say is I haven't seen it. Now, with Tabitha Brown, she sells most of her products in Target. She's saying that, like my products, like it's like she's a businesswoman and like this is her livelihood. Like, you please support and all that stuff. And this woman here is saying like, we shouldn't do it. We shouldn't support Target and things like that. But there's still Target employees. Your dollars are going to be supporting like all the employees of Target, whether they're Black, white, brown, whatever, whichever ethnic group they are. Target hires everyone from what I've seen. So you not shopping at Target to not buy Tabitha Brown's products, you're also doing a disservice to the other people who are employed by Target, because if Target doesn't make any revenue, how are they gonna pay their employees? I just feel like we really need to, and that's the thing with TikTok, like so everybody is entitled to their opinion, but sometimes I feel like we just have to just take it one step at a time, one day at a time. If you don't want to support Tabitha Brown, that's fine. If you don't want to support Target, that's fine. If you want to do a boycott at Costco, but then, don't buy anything, that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I do really feel like us Black people, African Americans, people of the diaspora, we have to really get together and really figure out what is needed, because there's so much division that it's really looking unhealthy for anything that we're trying to do. Now, leave some comments on what you guys think about this. They're kicking out preachers for, trying to speak a word, even though they have differences of views politically. They're not supporting Black business owners because they have items in Target. We have other companies rolling back DEI policies. Whether that's good, whether that's bad, it's up to their discretion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. We're taking it the humble way. And always remember, it's you and I verse for a reason. I teach you, you teach me, and we both take what we taught each other and learn from each other and apply it to what's going on. That's the only way life can go on. I'll see you guys on the next one.